Suburban homeowner Ray Peterson is on a week-long vacation when he begins noticing strange occurrences at the home of his mysterious new neighbors, the Klopeks. The Klopeks had only recently moved into the neighborhood, purchasing the house from the elderly Knapp couple. One night, he hears unsettling noises coming from their basement. As suspicions grow, Ray and his neighbors, nosy Art Weingartner, gruff Vietnam War veteran Mark Rumsfeld, and teenage observer Ricky Butler, begin to suspect that the Klopeks may be involved in something sinister. Their suspicions deepen when they witness the youngest Klopek hauling a large garbage bag to the curb and aggressively crushing it inside the trash can. Later, during a stormy night, Ray sees the Klopeks digging in their backyard. The next morning, he, Art, and Rumsfeld frantically search through a garbage truck for human remains, only to come up empty-handed. Their concern escalates when Rumsfeld's wife, Bonnie, finds their elderly neighbor Walter's dog, Queenie, wandering loose. Alarmed, Ray, Art, Ricky, and the Rumsfelds enter Walter's house, where they find overturned furniture and his toupee but no sign of Walter himself. Ray takes Queenie home, leaves a note for Walter, and slips the toupee back through the mail slot, only to spot one of the Klopeks silently watching from their house. Convinced of foul play, Ray and Art develop a theory that Walter was sacrificed by the Klopeks. Their fears seem confirmed when Ray's dog Vince digs up what appears to be a human femur near the Klopeks' fence. Frustrated by their paranoia, Ray's wife Carol arranges a neighborly visit to the Klopeks in an attempt to ease tensions. While she, Ray, and the Rumsfelds encounter the odd trio, Hans, Ruben, and Dr. Werner Klopek, Art sneaks into their backyard but is quickly chased away by their enormous dog, Landru. Later, Ray reveals that he found Walter's mail and toupee inside the Klopeks' house, proving they had been inside Walter's home and had possibly killed him. Determined to uncover the truth, Ray sends Carol and their son away for the day, pretending he has a golf game scheduled. After the Klopeks leave for the day, Art cuts the neighborhood's power to disable any alarms. Ray and Art sneak into the Klopeks' backyard in search of Walter's body, while Rumsfeld stands guard for the Klopeks, and Ricky and his friends watch eagerly, hoping chaos will ensue. Finding nothing outside, they venture into the basement, where they discover a massive furnace capable of reaching 5,000 degrees, perfect for a crematorium. They decide to dig under the furnace. The Klopeks drive down the street but stop when they notice light coming from their basement. Rumsfeld doesn't notice, as he's busy talking to Ricky. They turn off their lights and slowly reverse. A car then pulls into Walter's driveway. Rumsfeld tries to warn Ray to get out of the basement when he sees Walter returning home, but Ray doesn't hear him. He accidentally throws a shovel of mud onto his walkie-talkie. As Ray digs into the basement floor, hoping to unearth more evidence, the Klopeks return, this time with the police having spotted lights on inside their house. In the chaos, Ray inadvertently strikes a gas line. A bubbling in the water of escaping gas is followed by a deafening explosion, engulfing the house in flames. The explosion sends debris flying as a massive fireball rises into the sky, reducing the Klopeks' home to rubble in an instant. Art escapes, but Ray stumbles out of the wreckage burned and disoriented, just as Carol returns home. Amid the aftermath, the police reveal Walter had been in the hospital due to health issues. The Klopeks had merely been collecting his mail, accidentally taking his toupee as well. Embarrassed, Ray admits they were wrong and tells Art to leave the Klopeks alone, insisting that they are the real psychos, before climbing into an ambulance. However, inside, Dr. Werner Klopek confronts him, revealing that the group had, in fact, murdered the house's previous owners, the Knapps, because they didn't want to sell. The femur Ray's dog found belonged to them. He attempts to silence Ray with a lethal injection while Hans speeds off in the ambulance. Their struggle causes the vehicle to crash into Art's house, ejecting both Ray and Werner on a stretcher that flies across the road and crashes into the back of the Klopeks' car, causing the trunk to pop open. Ricky lifts a blanket in the trunk, revealing it's filled with human remains. The police arrest the Klopek family, clearing Ray of any wrongdoing. Exhausted, Ray announces that he and his family are leaving for a while and entrusts Ricky with keeping an eye on the neighborhood.